Hello everybody, Biswalker Cody again, and let me tell you what, I am excited today because I just got my new mic for doing these voiceovers, so now when you guys are watching my videos, you no longer have to hear the annoying ambient sound of cars driving by or dogs barking or whatever other calamity was going on in the background. I do apologize for that, but from now on, at least we can push forward without any of that annoying us in the future, so I'm pretty happy about that. But as you can see, we're picking up again right where we left off. But I'm not going to traverse the white light right now. I'm actually going to go talk to Lautrec real quick because as I said, I was going to summon him for this fight just to show you how to do it. And the first thing I got to do this is I have to go down to Firelink Shrine, where he is now resting since I have released him from his captive state in that small prison cell in the upper area of the Belfry Church. So he should be down here. He's gonna be resting, chilling out near the Firekeeper down here, and we're just gonna talk to him, and that'll trigger his summon sign to appear before the boss fog of the Belfry Gargoyles, making him a summonable character for the fight.
Hello there.
But
I have your reward.
Gives us a sunlight medal for our services.
Not enough for you.
But back on the note of me getting a new mic and trying to improve the quality of my videos and everything for my viewers here, is that I'm currently, you know, I'm a small channel right now, and I'm still currently trying to get everything together with making the videos as high quality as I can for your viewing pleasure. You know, I do want to make my channel a quote unquote, this is my mission statement, a shrine of gaming, a haven to the virtual awesomeness of gaming, period, and you know, a place where together we can transcend the monotony of everyday life and mission statement, if you will. And yeah, and I'm not only just doing this, you know, because it's fun for me. I'm doing it because I like passing my knowledge out to the other gamers out there, and I hope in turn maybe you can enjoy these videos, learn something from them, and this isn't just for my subscribers either. It's just for even for just the viewer that's here, you know. But that white light over there on those doors is not a good thing, meaning I'm getting invaded, and that is the sound of an invader appearing. So a rare treat probably throughout this walkthrough. You're gonna get to see me do a little PvP. I'm gonna need to take care of this guy, and then I'm going to switch to my Drake sword. And then we're going to figure out what this fella's all about. But here we go. I'm going to wait over here for him. I'm not going to... There he is. You see him? I see him. I'll give him a quick wave. Let him know I see him. But yeah, so this is going to be our first little example of the PvP element of this game. But this is an invader. And he's gonna bow to me, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, a rat's ass, a damn, any of it. Pick your expression, and I don't give it, you know. There's a nationwide shortage of shits, and I've been instructed not to give any, so I'm not gonna bow back, and we're just gonna get this thing underway, you know. The weird thing about the PvP element of this game and the community itself is there's so many of these rules and regulations you must follow before a duel, and he's using the Knight of Thorns armor, which either tells me he's an NG plus person or he's far in the game and he just came back to the Belfry area on Dead Parish to try and invade some low level people. But as you can see, he's been circling for backstabs, and there's a like such, and I'm just spamming right now because he has his shield up and he's not really swinging until now. Check that out. But you can see he's circling for backstabs and stuff, and I'm doing what's called a counter backstab, but I'm actually not landing any of them. you know, my timing's off. There's actually a timing aspect of it, but it's a pretty simple tactic. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube on how to do it if you're playing PvP and you keep getting backstabbed, on how to defend against it. But I'm defending well against it. I'm just not landing any of the counter backstabs. And he's getting punished for it, but I gotta keep my shield up for now, and he's rolling into me. But as I was saying about the community and the weird rules and everything that everybody follows, and what complete shit that guy was, you know. Maybe he's a new player, maybe he's new to the PvP element, but my character's completely not spec for PvP. I was expecting an ass whooping, but I was not dealt one, so... Alright, let's continue on. I'm gonna have to fight all of these guys again. Or just run by them. Oh! Maybe a bad idea. Maybe a bad idea. I'm right. No, maybe not a bad idea. Hopefully we can get up here and get Lautrec and Solaire summoned before we get invaded again or something, you know. Yep. There's Knight Lautrec. And I'm gonna have to... Oh, look at him. What a champion. Anyway, we're gonna climb up here. There's Knight Lautrec. He's summoned. He's gonna follow us up here. Here's Solaire. And these are both NPCs, by the way, you know. As I said, I'm not going to be summoning any actual other live players for my walkthrough. And Lautrec is down there just dealing damage to the mindless horde down there. Alright. Come on, Lautrec, let's do this. Waiting on you, buddy. Alright. And I'm pulling out my halberd for the range on it, and I can equip some pine resin on it if need be, but here we go. The Belfry Gargoyles. And here we begin. You immediately let your two summons just go tank all the hits. I'm gonna stand back and do some damage with the bow, which is not doing anything right now. I really need to upgrade it with that Titanite shard I got. Possibly do that later. Oh. But as you can see, his other buddy shows up. I'm gonna equip my pine resin now. I'm gonna get almost burned alive. But this is why we bring the Dragon Crest Shield to this fight, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, many of the bosses in the early game are fire-based, so he's gonna go ahead. I'm gonna charge in, probably do a running attack here. Get a good chunk of damage out of it. One down, and they're gonna go ahead and take care of the other one for me. So thank you, Solaire and Lautrec. As you can see, when you summon those two, this fight becomes very trivial. I mean, nothing too spectacular just went on there, you know. But now we're gonna go ring that Bell of Awakening. And then when we come back down, a partner's gonna be here. Talk to him for a minute, learn a new gesture. This is an achievement, ringing this bell, by the way, for anyone playing on the 360, as am I. But it's gonna play a cool little cutscene, show us a bunch of nonsense. Let you guys watch it. Yep. That's your cutscene you get for ringing the bell. Whole lot of nothing. Congratulations. So down we go. Back. And I believe I'm going to go to I think his name's Oswald. I can't remember. Oswald. Oswald, yes he is.
I am Oswald of Kareem, the pardon. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome.
Alright, Oswald. I don't remember what all he has. I don't know if he has anything good for sale. There's his gesture. Well, what is it? Another popular one for the PvPers out there. No, he doesn't have anything I want, so I'm gonna head back to Andre and the bonfire. Maybe upgrade this halberd. Maybe using it again, who knows, I don't know. And then from there, I'm going to head into the Dark Root Garden. Oh, look at who it is. An angry horde still waiting for me. I thought Lautrec killed them all. But now that I've beat the boss of this area, I can no longer be invaded, so I'm safe in human form right now, from invasion at least. I can still invade other worlds had I had a tool to do so, i.e. a red eye orb, a blue eye orb, any of that. I do have cracked red eye orbs, but I'm not going to use those right now. I'm thinking of maybe doing some PvP videos. I'll save that for those later. But here we are, heading back now to the bonfire, do some leveling up, do some upgrades to the weapons, and make our way to the Dark Root Garden. So, another quick note for anyone who's watching: if you do like my my walkthrough of this game or any of the other videos you may find on my channel, please feel free to leave me a message or a comment on anything or any game you may think you'd enjoy me doing a walkthrough for. You know, I like hearing feedback from the fans of gaming and finding out who wants to see what. As long as it's an interesting game for myself as well. You know, I obviously have to find the game interesting. And, really, the only game I can think of that I probably wouldn't be doing any walkthroughs for or any type of playing at all would be any of the Call of Duties. I mean, I don't find any of them interesting at all to me. You know, Call of Duty is like the death of gaming almost. This whole first-person shooter era we live in, like this frat boy demographic where people don't want to put the time or effort to learn anything. They just want to get online and do some mindless shooting, you know what I mean? And I appreciate games more than that, you know, so. And Call of Duty is just not fun to me. I'm over it. I was over it like Call of Duty World at War. And now here we are like 17 releases later, and we're still going strong in this Call of Duty. Same game, different name, really. What's the new one? Ghosts. But yeah, I digress. Back to the game. As you can see, I upgraded, and here we go. Down here, there's going to be we're going to have our first encounter with a Titanite demon, a prowling demon, whatever you want to call it. If you don't know what it is, you're about to find out. And it is a very, very formidable enemy, so be careful. He does shoot lightning, and he does have very, very wicked range with his Titanite catch pole, so be careful running by him. I'm going to fight him at a later time, but here we are. Welcome to the Dark Root, and here we go, first enemy. But welcome to the Dark Root Garden, as I was saying, and the enemies in here aren't aren't anything to really worry too much about. They're rather easy to handle. They're just this demon foliage. And he almost chased him off the ledge. Thank you, lock-on system of Dark Souls. And they like to hide and spring traps on you. Like you see this fella here. You can see him hiding. But be careful of that throughout this area. They're going to do that a lot to you. They're going to lie in wait and try and ambush you from different angles, pincher attacks. You know, the things you've come to expect playing Dark Souls, you know. The ways they catch you off guard and get a quick death out of you. Maybe frustrate you a little bit. So, but here we are at the crest of Artorias, which leads to a boss fight with his esteemed ally, Sif the Great Grey Wolf. And in Dark Souls lore, they were companions who took on the Abyss together. For anyone who's interested in the story, interested in finding out what kind of themes lie beneath. Right now, I'm seeing what I can wear. I'm just gonna wear it all. I'm gonna be mid-rolling, but I'm gonna need the poise here up here when I start fighting these stone guardians and their tranquil walk of peace and everything. You know, they might catch me off guard, so I'm gonna need a little poise to be able to stand in there with them. And as I said, here we are again. If you grab that shiny, you're gonna have 3 of these things jump up and attack you all at once. So take them out beforehand, unless you feel like testing your steel against 3 enemies at once, but it's up to you. I'd rather just take them out one at a time real quick and not risk a silly death. Silly death on camera, no less. But one more, and we're gonna grab the shiny, and I'm gonna continue on to the Moonlight butterfly, which is a little boss down here in the Dark Root Garden. Traverse the white light. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you guys how to get the wolf ring before I continue onward through the stone guardians and into the tower up to the butterfly and our first ember that we're going to collect on our walk through, the divine ember. But this tree, this mimic tree if you will, is guarding a path to where we're going to find the wolf ring, which boosts that lovely stat I told you about, poise. Little frogs. Crazy looking frogs. Gonna be one more tree we gotta cut down. Chop it down. These trees will actually move and block your path if you don't dispatch them. Like Paul Bunyan cutting down all the trees. And here's our first encounter with a stone guardian, and that is the tranquil walk of peace I was just telling you about. It's an AoE attack that will overburden you and you won't be able to move like that. I just tried to roll and I'm overburdened, so I can't, and it makes you really slow, and that's why I'm going to need poise against these guys. It's because when they hit me, you know, I'm trying not to get stun locked from it and catch too much unnecessary damage from being stun locked. So I'm going to back up, I'm going to heal, take care of this frog real quick, and then it's going to be just me and the stone guardian, and he is not going to survive this altercation, though it would seem like it right now. Tank a hit. And mash, mash, mash. There we go. One stone guardian down, one more to go, and we can collect our first worthy ring, I'm gonna call it. not a ring of sacrifice or anything. Definitely a good ring for if you're wearing light armor or armor that doesn't provide you any poise, because this ring will give you 40 poise. Gives you a little aura around you too that'll let people know that you're wearing a wolf ring. And he's gonna do a tranquil walk too. Dear Lord. But that's the two-handed R2 of the Stone Guardian sword. I don't remember if that's the exact name in game. It might be just the Stone Greatsword. It's one of those two though. But the two-handed R2 does that AoE attack I was telling you about. It's called Tranquil Walk of Peace. You can also get a miracle that you can use to do Tranquil Walk of Peace that you don't need the sword to do it, then you just need a talisman. The catalyst for casting miracles in this game is talismans. But this is the wolf ring, as I was saying, and I'm going to go ahead and equip it. It's going to boost my poise by 40. And I should be able to tank pretty much anything. Be able to poise up against the great swords and anything. Almost. What was my poise out? 60 something it looked like. So yeah. Gonna need a Mack truck to stagger me a bit right now. Running around like the chainmail knight that I am. But now we're gonna head back to that previous area. I can't talk right now. What is going on with me? Must need water or something. Head back to that previous area where you've seen some of the Stone Guardians laying out and waiting for me. So you also get a very good armor up ahead. The elite knight armor. Very useful. Very useful. Comes with a decent amount of poise, and when upgraded is very, very good armor. I use it on a lot of my PvP characters, actually. I like role-playing as Oswald, or not Oswald, but Oscar sometimes. Or King Richard, Prince Richard, whatever his name is. Do that from time to time, too, with an upgraded rapier. Fun times. And here we go with these assholes. Waiting, and my dead angle right now is just atrocious. Look at this. There we go. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Didn't even get to kill him. Now I'm gonna have to deal with him and the Stone Guardian. It won't. What is going on? Okay. So he casted Twop, and here we are. I'm gonna try and separate these two, see what I can do. The distance on these foliage enemies is just incredible how far away they can hit you from. So you gotta be careful. I'm gonna go in and try and maybe get a quick attack on him. Gonna catch a little bit of damage from it. I'm just gonna pull out my bow and dispatch of him. Here we go. Mono y mono again. Mash him a bit. Collect some unnecessary damage I didn't really mean to take there, but I was attempting to put up my shield and I accidentally mashed R1 a little bit. So bear with me on that one. And here we go again. Sprouting up, and I bet you he's gonna cast his... Nope, he's not. Alright, so he's just gonna come out and try and fight me. Straight up. No tranquil walk, no nothing. So his buddy's done for, and... Oh, there's one more. Might try and R2 him. Yep. Get a little double hit right there. Go. Mash him to death. And there's the tranquil walk. Try to roll out of the effectiveness range of it. Back in. And he's done. So as you can tell, these guys aren't too too intimidating. I mean, they're intimidating when you first run into them, but after you learn their attack patterns and their overall effectiveness of their AI, they're not too scary after a point. You know, when I first ran into them, I was like, oh my lord. And then I realized how many of them are just scattered throughout this little first section. It was pretty intimidating at first, but you know, like anything in Dark Souls, you learn their attack pattern, you learn their AI tendencies, and then they become not so intimidating. That is definitely a tip for anyone out there. That is one of the first things you should always do when encountering a new enemy, is learn their move set, what they do, what their attacks look like, so you know what to expect. And that'll help with your parry timing as well. But this is Witch Beatrice, another NPC that I'm going to show you how to summon. She hides behind this little bush. But if you summon her here, she'll also be a summonable NPC for the boss fight in the New Londo Ruins against the Four Kings, and she's a big help there. And she's also a big help here. Not that the Moonlight Butterfly is an incredibly difficult boss or anything. But I'm gonna switch out for my quick rolling gear, and here we go. The Moonlight Butterfly. Attempt number 1. It's weird music they play. Like gothic style music, strange to me. Ow, that really hurt. My bow is not doing any damage right now. I really should have upgraded it. I don't know what I was doing. That really hurts. Really hurts, ladies and gentlemen. This is not looking so hot for me. But at least Beatrice is putting up a better fight than I am at this point. And this is what you're going for right here. You're trying to do damage, and as you can see, the Moonlight Butterfly is going to land when it's damaged. And this is when you want to get up in its face and just do as much damage as you can while it's... And then it's going to try and do its AoE attack. Gotta get out of there for that. But as you can see, you can do a lot of damage while the Moonlight Butterfly lands like that. Now I just gotta avoid some attacks, pull out my bow, do this minimal 21 damage or whatever I'm doing right now. Pathetic, really. But Moonlight Butterfly is about at its end. And gonna pop Humanity just to be safe so I don't catch any more. And Witch Beatrice is gonna see to it that Moonlight Butterfly does not get another attack off. So thank you, Witch Beatrice, for your help. And up here, as I was saying earlier in this video, is our first Ember that we're gonna come across, which is the Divine Ember. It's gonna be in the clutches of a petrified, what looks like Andre of Astora. But so we're nearing up on the end of this video, and I would like to thank you all again for joining me and watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you found this informative. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a homeward bone, head back to the last bonfire. I don't feel like walking all the way. But then when we return for episode 5, we're probably going to be going down into the Darkroot Basin, getting the Grasscrest Shield, taking on Havel, maybe taking on the Hydra, taking on the Golden Golem and stuff. So once again, I am going to level up. I'm going to thank you all again, and I hope I see you next time. So take care and have a good day.